Okay, let's get right into it. With this video, we're going to be talking about the Social Security local field offices and a new trend that I'm noticing that is going forward that is not a good trend. It's a scary trend. And here's the bottom line. I have noticed, because I'm signed up for all of their, quick little email thingies that go back and forth, that a lot of the local field offices seem to be not open here and there for in-person services. It's a lot of not open, not open, not open. Back in the day, these things were open no matter what happened. You could have, a hurricane, you could have sleet, you could have war. These offices were open, they were rolling, they were doing their thing. But now it's different. We're seeing a lot of field offices, which are like the little field offices of the Social Security Administration. Sometimes they're open, sometimes they're not open. I want to go through basically the office closings and emergencies form that was actually produced by the SSA. That way you can understand exactly where I'm coming from with this situation, so you understand it a little bit better. Realize Thursday into Friday, they had a major meltdown with their servers, and it was a huge, huge problem, and nobody really knows what actually happened. We had one SSA employee reach out to give clarity on it, but to be honest with you, I don't think he truly knew exactly what was going on, so I don't want to publish that information until I have a little bit better information as to what's going on. Let's go into this real quick. So Alabama, they'll be open. Alaska, they'll be open. American Samoa, open. Arizona, open. Arkansas, open. California. The following Social Security offices are only able to provide assistance by telephone for Monday, September 9th, 2024. There's no in-person service, okay? Thousand Oaks and Watts of California. Colorado, open. Connecticut, open. Delaware, open. Florida. The following Social Security offices are only able to provide assistance by telephone Monday, September 9th, 2024. There's no in-person service, okay? Orlando. Georgia, they're open. Guam, they're open. Hawaii, they're open. Idaho, they're open. Illinois. The following Social Security offices are only able to provide assistance by telephone Monday, September 9th. There's no in-person service. Chicago, back of the yards, okay? Chicago, back of the yards. Chicago East as well. Indiana, they're open. Iowa, they're open. Kansas, they're open. Kentucky, they're open. Louisiana. The following Social Security offices will temporarily stop all in-person services on Monday, September 9th, 2024. At the time shown below, assistance will be still available by telephone until 4 p.m. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Let's see. Maine, they're all open. Maryland, they're all open. Massachusetts, they're all open. Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, they're open. Montana. The following Social Security offices are only able to provide assistance by telephone Monday, September 9, 2024. There's no in-person service. Great Falls, Montana, partially closed. Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, all open. New Mexico, following Social Security offices are only able to provide assistance by telephone Monday, September 9, 2024. There's no in-person service. Carlsbad, New Mexico. New York, West Nyack. Okay, they're closed as well, only for in-person, only for basically telephonic services. North Carolina, Rockingham, North Dakota's open, North Mariana Islands are open, Ohio's open, Oklahoma City. The following Social Security hearing offices are able to provide assistance by telephone Monday, September 9th, 2024. There's no in-person services. Members of the public that are scheduled for in-person and video teleconference hearings will be contacted to reschedule. Hearings scheduled to be conducted by telephone or online video will be conducted as scheduled. Okay. Oregon, they're open. Pennsylvania, they're open. Puerto Rico. The following Social Security office is only able to provide assistance by telephone until further notice. There's no in-person service for San Juan. Rhode Island open. South Carolina open. South Dakota open. Tennessee. Texas. Del Rio, right? They're only open to telephonic, not open to the public. U.S. Virgin Islands, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, D.C., West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming, they are all open. So here's the thing. Why are these field offices always going into telephonic mode? I see a lot of it. I see a lot of blips. So they're shut down. I see a lot of blips. They're this. Like that. So my question to you is, what's going on? What I think is happening is they don't have enough employees. And when they don't have enough employees, they need a catch-up day. Or if they have a server go down, they need a catch-up day. They need to make sure that they can get everything organized and make it all work again. So what's happening is they're in this tough, tricky spot. And the tough, tricky spot is that they don't have enough employees to run the office. The commissioner doesn't want to bring everybody back in full force to the office because they're just going to quit. A lot of them are going to quit if they have to go back to working, in person more than 2 days, 3 days of the week. Okay. So the bottom line is, just to be fair with this whole situation, right? They don't have enough money to get enough employees to work these local field offices. They keep having a lot of technology problems. They have a deal where they're allowed to spend a lot of time at home because, to be fair, right, that's the only way the SSA is going to be able to keep all these employees if they let them work from home for a bunch of days. So they can't get enough people physically there at the offices to meet with people, to do in-person interviews, in-person reception stuff, right? What I think is going to happen in 2025, what I think is going to happen going into 2026 is that local field offices in some areas are only going to be open for certain days because they can't get enough money from Congress to get Congress to go ahead and fund, you guessed it, more Social Security Administration employees and better fund the current Social Security Administration employees. So, with that said, you're just going to continue to see problems with these local field offices. They won't be open likely the entire week. They'll probably only be open a couple of days of the week. Now, what's the negative aspect of that? It means that more people will be waiting in line. It means more people will have a longer, experience. They won't be as happy. The customer service won't be as good. But I think another thing will happen. They'll be releasing that online, artificial intelligence Social Security chatbot. And that chatbot will go ahead and be able to answer a lot of people's questions relatively quickly, which will be very, very good. All right. I will catch you guys at the final video tonight, which basically will be where I go live. You guys know how that works. You call in the phone number, the 407-279-1754. You get 5 to 7 minutes to ask your question. No story mode. We had a person get angry with an employee today because the employee went into story mode. The individual, the beneficiary / claimant seeking benefits went into story mode. The employee said, look, I need to know this, this, and this. Then the person got angry because they didn't want to hear more of the story mode. And then we ended up in the spot we're at where they're super pissed and mad at that particular employee, which, just to remind you guys, it is super hard to find people to work with the mentally unstable. It is super hard. Like, I know that, like, you're the victim because you're the disabled person. I get it. But these employees are victims at this point. The amount of abuse they receive from the mental impairment claimants, it is just terrible. It is terrible. And I can't find employees that want to put up with it, just like the SSA. It's the same thing. They don't want to put up with people screaming at them when it doesn't make sense. When somebody goes from 0 to 100 in a short period of time, it doesn't make sense. It's like a stab to the heart. It's a damage wound on that person, on that employee's brain. So just be aware of that. Also, when you call a law firm, start off with what your legal question is, because if you start off with that, they can ask you the questions of what they need to know. Because when you give like the 7-minute intro, which is usually what happens, it doesn't work. We don't need 7 minutes of intro. We just need to know what your legal question is, and then we can ask you the questions that tell us the law that we need to know. All right. Other than that, we're going to go live with the next one. We're going to keep rolling with this, get her going. We're going to do the very insane thing, which is basically to go ahead and hook up a phone, go live in the middle of the night before a hearing, of course, like always, to answer questions. Please remember to like and subscribe. Please remember to like and subscribe. Head to Google, type some stars in there for Google reviews for disability resolution. I will catch you a little bit later. You have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will catch you at the next video. See you soon, and just go ahead and go to the channel, and you'll see the next one for the free 30 minutes with a free disability attorney. I'll catch you there and see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.